And now let us deal with the problem of broadening of meaning, or generalization of meaning, narrowing of meaning, so-called degeneration of meaning, or degradation of meaning, and elevation of meaning. And first of all, let us deal with broadening of meaning, or generalization of meaning. Sometimes the process of transference may result in a considerable change in range of meaning. For example, the verb to arrive, which is French borrowing, began its life in English in the narrow meaning, to come to shore, to land. In modern English, it has greatly widened its combinability and developed the general meaning to come. For example, to arrive in London, to arrive in Tbilisi, or to arrive at a hotel, etc. The meaning developed through transference based on contiguity. The concept of coming somewhere is the same for both meanings, but the range of the second meaning is much broader. Another example of the broadening of meaning is pipe. Its earliest meaning was a musical instrument. Nowadays, it can denote any hollow cylindrical body, water pipes, for example. This meaning developed through transference based on similarity, similarity of shape. Pipe as a musical instrument is also a hollow cylindrical object, which finally led to a considerable broadening of the range of meaning. The word bird changed its meaning from the young of a bird to its modern meaning through transference based on contiguity. The second meaning is broader and more general. It is interesting to trace the history of the word girl as an example of the changes in the range of meaning in the course of the semantic development of a word. In Middle English, it had the meaning of a small child of either sex. Then the word underwent the process of transference based on contiguity and developed the meaning of a small child of the female sex, so that the range of meaning was somewhat narrowed. In its further semantic development, the word gradually broadened its range of meaning. At first, it came to denote not only a female child, but also a young, unmarried woman, later, any young woman, and in modern colloquial English, it is practically synonymous to the noun woman, so that its range of meaning is quite broad. The history of the noun lady somewhat resembles that of girl. In Old English, the word denoted the mistress of the house. In other words, any married woman. Later, a new meaning developed which was much narrower in range, the wife or daughter of a baronet. In modern English, the word lady can be applied to any woman, so that its range of meaning is even broader. In modern English, the difference between the girl and lady in the meaning of woman is that the first is used in colloquial style, whereas the second is more formal. And now let us deal with the examples of narrowing of meaning. Deer in Old English meant any beast, any kind of beast, and now it means a certain kind of animal. Meat in Old English was food, any kind of food, and now it means a certain food product. It should be pointed out that in all these words, the second meaning developed through transference based on contiguity, and that when we speak of them as examples of narrowing of meaning, we simply imply that the range of the second meaning is more narrow than that of the original meaning. And now let us quote with the so-called degeneration or degradation of meaning and elevation of meaning. These terms are open to question because they seem to imply that meanings can become better or worse, which is neither logical nor plausible. But as a matter of fact, scholars using these terms do not actually mean the degeneration or elevation of meaning itself, but of the referent onto which a word is transferred, so that the term is inaccurate. Now let us see what stands behind the examples of change of meaning, which are traditionally given to illustrate the degeneration or elevation of meaning. And first of all, let us deal with degeneration of meaning. Knave in Old English was boy, and now it means swindler, scoundrel. Villain in Old English was a farm servant, and now it means base, vile person. Gossip meant godparent, and now it means the one who talks scandals. Semantically speaking, the second meaning developed a negative evaluative connotation, which was absent in the first meaning. Such cases can be observed in other parts of speech. For example, silly, the adjective silly in Old English was happy, and now it means foolish. And now let us deal with elevation of meaning. Fond in Old English was foolish, and now it means loving, affectionate. Nice was foolish, and now it means fine, good. In these two cases, the situation is reversed. The first meaning has a negative evaluative connotation, which cannot be observed in the second meaning. It is difficult to see what is actually elevated here, certainly not the meaning of the word. And here are two more examples, Tory and knight. So Tory meant brigand, highwayman, and now it means a member of Tories. Knight was manservant, and now it means a noble, courageous man. In the case of Tories, the first meaning has a negative connotation, which is absent in the second one. But why elevation? Semantically speaking, the first meaning is just as good as the second, and the difference lies only in the connotative structure. The case of knight, if treated linguistically, is quite opposite to Tory. And the second meaning acquired a positive evaluative connotation that was absent in the first meaning. So here, once again, we're faced with a mere readjustment of the connotative components of the word. So the word marshal was manservant attending courses, and now it is the highest rank in the army. All that has been said and the examples that have been given show that the terms degradation or degeneration of meaning and elevation of meaning are somehow imprecise and do not seem to be an objective reflection of the semantic phenomena they describe.